How are a boa constrictor and python alike and different? By Sarah Kepschel. This is my lesson plan. The technology resource I have selected for my lesson that the students would be using is called Venngage. I have included the link for the website in the PowerPoint. This website has free options to create infographics which could be used for a variety of projects throughout your education, as well as later in life for business purposes. The preparation needed to use this resource would be access to a computer. In addition to that, you can have students either do the research with books or computers beforehand, or research as they are using Venngage. In order to use this resource, I would show a YouTube video explaining how to use the resource. The link to the video is as follows. After the video, I would give a short presentation on how to use the resource by modeling how to create a Venn diagram, as well as an explanation of what a Venn diagram is used for. The lesson would be to use the Venn diagram to show what is different about two sets of animals and what is alike. I would have sets of animals written on slips of paper. I would put those papers in a hat, and the students would pick what they would be researching. An example of some animals would be spider monkey versus howler monkey, brown bear versus polar bear, snowy owl versus great horned owl, beluga whale versus orca whale, and a boa constrictor versus python, which is what I chose. The Common Core standards that are associated with this assignment are using text features and search tools to locate information relevant to a given topic efficiently. That would be if you used a computer for research. By the end of the year, read and comprehend informational texts, including history, social studies, science, and technical texts. At the end of the high grades 2 to 3, text complicity independently and proficiently. Write informative explanatory text to examine a topic and convey ideas and information clearly. Introduce a topic and group-related information together. Include illustrations when useful to aiding comprehension. Conduct short research projects that build knowledge about a topic. Here's a link to my Venn diagram, boa constrictor versus python. This will take us to Venngage when we click on it. As you can see, here's my Venn diagram. Boa constrictor versus python. It has a picture of a boa constrictor, a picture of a python. What boa constrictors have in common, or what only boa constrictors have, most give birth to live young, fewer bones in their heads, fewer teeth, found throughout much of the world. Pythons lay eggs. They have a premaxilla upper jawbone which does have teeth, and they are only found in Asia, Africa, and Australia. There is a sidebar on boa constrictors. There is a sidebar on pythons. They are in the United States, but they are not indigenous to the United States. They were released by humans, and that is why we have pythons in the United States. They both are constrictors. They both have 2 lungs, which most snakes only have 1. And if you look at their skeletons, they have leftover leg bones from when they used to have them. So now you're wondering, how can I do this? So I'm going to go ahead and sign out. When you start, you're going to either sign in with a sign up, or you can sign in with Google, which is what I did. You click on that, and this is a very simple process. You can decide, as I said, the infographics can be a variety of infographics. It can be anything you want to use. You can use it for education, you can use it for business, and it's very, very simplistic. So, the first thing I did is I looked for a Venn diagram. Now, if I want to preview what it looks like, I can click on Preview. It will give me an idea of what it is I'm looking for. It had 3 circles, but I know that I can edit that as I only needed 2. So I'm going to close that, and then I'm going to create. When you click on Create, it will bring up, eventually, your Venn diagram. Now, the first time that I did this, it actually gave you a short tutorial on how you could go ahead and use this. So let's say I don't want what makes a good. I go ahead and click over here, and I just delete it. Now, I don't want it to say data visualization, so I'm going to put something different on there. Let's do polar bear versus grizzly bear. You can just type that in there. Now, oh no, it's on my circles. I don't want it on my circles. You can go ahead and move this up. You can also change what type of text. It gives you a variety of text by clicking up there. You can click the size of it to change that. Now I have some really fun text up there. But I only have 2 animals. What am I going to do with this design? So I want to get rid of that. Again, you just click on this circle, click delete, and it is gone. But there's all these words. Click, whoops, click, delete, click, and delete. So they're gone. Now I have my 2 circles. I want to put a picture. I have choices. I can either upload from my computer, or if I want to use their photos, I'm just going to put in a polar bear. I go ahead and hit enter, and I see all these wonderful pictures that I can just scroll through of a polar bear. I like that one, so I click on it. Oh my goodness, it has taken up my whole screen. You just go ahead and resize it and put the nice little picture of the polar bear over here. What happens if I want it to fit in the circle? Make it a little smaller, stick it right in there. Now I'm going to need a grizzly bear. Let's see if they can find me a grizzly bear. I click that in there. I find a grizzly bear, and my grizzly pops up on here. We'll go ahead and resize it. We'll pop it in the circle right there. Make it look nice. And there's my grizzly bear. Now I don't want this to say data. I want it to say polar bear. You just click on it and type. What happens though if I want to insert text? First of all, I want to get rid of that, right? But I need that text box. So I'm just going to move the text box down a little. And once I'm in there, I want a bulleted list. You have those options up there. Polar bears are white. We'll just put that in here. Type in white. Go down to the next bulletin. Okay, this one I don't need in there, but I do want it to say both. So I'm going to turn that to bold. We'll change the color on that. And we're done with that. I don't need this information in there. I can still save the text box. So now we have photos. I can add titles for text. I can go ahead and just have a text box. We can put a Venn gauge diagram in there. So there are plenty of resources that you can use. Let's see, we'll go down here. There's icons you can add in there. You just click on them, go to shapes and symbols. For whatever reason, if I want to put an eye, I don't, so I'll just undo that. It's very simple and user-friendly. You just click on whatever you want to put it in your diagram. You can have interactive features, but all of this is free. Once I'm ready, I will go to publish. Before I publish it, I want to look at it, so I'm going to go to preview. Obviously, this isn't as pretty as my other one, but it has the pictures and everything. So I'm going to close that back. I'm going to go to publish. When I go to publish, I give it my title, Polar Bear versus Grizzly Bear. I'll go ahead and publish it. It then gives me a URL link that I can copy and paste. My students can send that to me. I can look at what they've done. And then right now I'm just going to unpublish it because it obviously is not correct. And that is how you use Venn gauge. I think it's a great resource to use. Thank you for watching.